As the Minnesota legislative session starts next week, and today the governor and legislative leaders pledge to work together.
They fielded questions today for about an hour. Now, last year's session was marred by bitter infighting, culminating in the governor's line item veto of funding for the legislature. And while the leaders glossed over how to fix that issue, they insisted they will find common ground in 2018. Esme Murphy was there today.
House Speaker Kurt Doubt began the session by taking a selfie with the governor. Despite a history of public clashes, both men insist they are on good terms.
I have great respect for the Speaker. I like him. We get along well.
We have a very good personal relationship, and we always have gotten along really well. I think we at least I have a high level of respect for the governor.
One area of agreement, a tough stand on sexual harassment. Last year, two legislators, Democratic Senator Dan Schoen and Republican Representative Tony Cornish, resigned after female legislators accused them of sexual harassment. Speaker Doubt says a new House committee will enforce new standards and training.
And I have instituted a mandatory training, as mandatory as I can make it, for members of the legislature. And if members choose not to participate in that, they will be removed from their committee assignments.
And House Minority Leader Melissa Hortman raised the possibility of the legislature enacting new sexual harassment laws.
And then we have to look at all of the workplaces in Minnesota, and we have to ask ourselves whether the current laws are doing what they need to do to prevent sexual harassment in the workplace.
But the leaders did not address how they can bridge disputes, including the big one left over from last year of funding for the legislature.
And adding to the tension in this upcoming legislative session is the fact that all 134 members of the Minnesota House are up for re-election in November. In St. Paul, Esme Murphy, WCCO 4 News.
The legislative session begins 1 week from today. Also